bullet to the dome. He has to back out of there on 3 HP. And although Kielen has spotted a couple of players hopping across, and he has Result there as well, niko is going to put him down with authority, taking the advantage for Heroic and trying to force their way over onto the site now. There's not much that the force can do to stop this either.
Okay then. 5 versus 4. But low HP for the CTs. And very much a gamble of a retake. That's if they did want to go for it. Nades over the top. Shush looking for the entry. Does secure one as Resort will be shaken out of commission. Battle back with the pistols though, and the nade might actually be decisive. Beautiful bounce on that. Arcs round the corner. Tags up most of Heroic. With only 20 seconds left on the clock as well, you're now running through an absolute wall of CTs. This is not going to get any easier. Nerds overwhelmed by the MP9. kxgo diving around the corner, strikes onto one, but he's got to commit on the plant. They can push together, should find the frag, and equalize. One round over towards camera side, going to block off that rotation. They throw all this noise towards mid, they drop and push connector. The entry's sick though. twistzz opens it up, and now you're trapped between two mines. You realize you're being pushed from B main and from connector itself, and they crumble, Vince. Beautiful entries there for Heroic.
Yeah, and Tini was spotted from the backside of Shadows. That's when they went for the pre-fire from main side. Really well played by Heroic.
Okay, Orb donned as well. Scope stationed towards the B side. Wow, twistzz. He was looking for a very rapid entry. Goes for the wide swing, but Xiaofi just hoping he'll peek into him, but Vince, oh mate, a swing and a miss. The uppercut does not connect, and Nerds takes him down.
That's a vital kill as well. So much time left on the clock, and that's going to spread those CTs more thin. They have to toss out the smokes just to feel a little bit more comfortable. And this is all utility that will not be available to them later on in the round. Still 2 smokes and an incendiary. But the timing as Kellyan comes round the corner, and niko on that AK punishes him accordingly. Result, good kill. Gonna be pushing the smoke though, making tons of noise. Had no right to get kxgo's life, but has spun this round on its head. And that's the bomb drop on top of it. A catastrophe for Heroic.
All the audio cues in the world for Xiaofi. He knows exactly where they are. Lines them up and tries to knock them down. Nerds ready for the push, but not quick enough.
So already the pressure mounting on Heroic as they're going to go in for that boost. I believe they have spotted Xiaofi. It's good spray from Nerds. So the opening pick does go the way of the T's. But they have to be careful. Result coming through that smoke. This time it does get punished.
Oh no, Nerds spraying wildly, takes down his own teammate. Luckily, the Molotov still burns brightly and denies the flank. Nerds, trying to avenge his fallen brethren, swings again and strikes towards middle, taking down another man. Gokushima running through the camera smoke, but then just been absolutely bodied by the connection from the AK. This time, breaks the smoke, clears through it, hits the shot onto niko, spotted towards jail though. Oh no, Vince repositioning at just the wrong time, and Nerds commits to the spray, blows them all away. That's a hat trick to be remembered. This has to be around for Heroic now.
That's an exquisite triple spray, especially the last one through the smoke. Having the clarity of mind to just spray in that perfect angle behind the pillar. So huge from Nerds, and one of the reasons I was saying, this is a guy that's now going to move through the gears. He could be picking up the ace, narrowly misses out, but he's done all the work for his teammates, and they better not lose from this point, or Nuts is going to be having some words, and he'll have every right to do so.
Bomb about halfway ticked, the time dwindling away, and they're playing together. They want to listen till he taps the bomb, force the fight onto him. He smokes it, looks for the peek up. They're actually playing anti-flash, Vince. First frag's found. Oh, gets the second as well as he commits. Time is gone, so no pickup on the round overall, but does at least sail their economy down the river. Completely. I think there's a lot to be said about Nerds. Okay, we're straight back to it. Never a dull moment between these two teams. It is all out aggression in the opening moments. That's what this is really divulged into here on Anubis. To stay alive.
Oh, and he's failed. He's failed that task. And in doing so, has now traded up and up in the hands of the CTs. Now, the rest of Heroic have got aggressive and rummaged around the back of the CTs. They've got themselves a casualty in tow, but the damage may have already been done. This was putting a lot of pressure on Result. He's going to fade back into the shadows of the smoke. Perfect timing. Good spray for 2. He's done everything that forZe could have asked. He's given them a chance in a 2-on-2 retake now. And Xiaofi's going to be coming down aggressively, maybe too over exuberant on that approach, because Gokushima was in no position to help him out. The bomb was just being planted. That is a big head-scratcher moment here, but Shush should be shut down. He's waiting for that second player to show himself. Gokushima now, with that USP, going to trade up to the AK-47. He knows exactly where twistzz is. Flash does nothing towards the T. It's all down to who is faster on the trigger, and Gokushima tries to go for death from above, but loses in that trade. That's a very good point that you highlight as well, like the complete lack of mid-presence from Heroic in these last few rounds. That trajectory that smoke has given nerdz his position away now, but is the FAMAS good enough? It is. Oh, and twistzz had to do better. The AK baiting nerdz into a position where if he gets 2 from that's completely fine. Him dying is unacceptable. And that funnels the rest of Heroic into a 3-player stack on the approach, all in a bottleneck. It's only xantares that can do anything from there with his Galil. Nice second frag, but there's too many CTs to watch out for.
Or the game wasn't live, but it seems like it was a bit of an existence pause on this one. Gokushima's going to bait them in, and Resalt's going to look to farm the cash. Only one, though. Or timing Vince, he's got caught with his pants around his ankles.
Shalfie's here, though. Surely shuts this one down. There's no armor to play against. Aim punch a problem, but also he's going to just shred through them that much quicker. Hot knife through butter. 30 seconds, bomb's been dropped back down again. nerdz does get the FAMAS kill. A 2-on-2. Out of nowhere, seemingly, but Teeny is going to put this back in advantage of the CTs. Yes, it's a post-plant. There's a smoke there that twistzz can retrieve the FAMAS. And he's waiting for his eyes to become clear so he can start to remove some more heads. Teeny is the next casualty. Kellyan stuck on the site as he smokes it off. But that was a smoke from twistz's hands. He's trying to bait the CT out to the open and spins and pivots in for the double headshot. He's still looking to his left constantly. Spray was a bit off, but the MP9 is going to afford him a second chance. Gets caught with a molly out. And Shalfie needs to be careful. He got tagged heavily. I think it was from niko's on the approach back into the site. Molly's not going to do anything to him. And now nerdz is on the prowl again. 13 kills, just shy of 120 ADR. He has been a man possessed in this half. HE could touch down onto Shalfie. That's the kill. Looking for the second. If Tierney falls, there's a lot of problems coming up for forZe. 35 seconds left on the clock, but there is a wraparound from Gokushima. He could potentially win this round for his team, but he's gone down without much of a fight. Has forced away the attention of Tierney, and now Result is stuck at the back on CT side, and there's a smoke in his eyes. Only one player. There's a bullet away from death. nerdz and niko's, although low, still plenty of health across the board on the T side, and they're slowly whittling away the HP bars of Result. 18 left now. It's going to be an 8-4 first half in favor of Heroic. A super back and forth encounter, Jackie. One of those where you could argue that forZe could even be in the lead at this point, and yet Heroic are going to have a vast lead. I'm not sure what Result's waiting for, a potential flank. He has to go for this. It's the last round of the half, Chief. You're not going to be saving your weapon going into that second half.
It's a HLTV game, Vince, and he's 11 for 5. He wants those stats. That's literally all it is. He's playing for rating, Vince. 1 P250 and a single flashbang, but it's the USP that strikes off the back of the peak towards B main. Map control being claimed, though, Vince, as the T's are already up through camera.
That's a lovely shot from twistzz as well, wasn't it? Mid-air plucks him out. niko's now on the approach. Has been spotted using that pillar as cover, but he's going to get sideswiped. There is a second player. In amongst it, those two Julies. Now, Kicksound's gone down. It was Shush that I was highlighting, but he's done nothing with these Julies either. Oh, that's a rough pistol round if you're Heroic. forZe.
Here it's a raw B take. Smokes up. Perfect placement. Block off all the classic lines of sight. They push on in. nerdz reads the room perfectly and hits the shot onto Kellyan. Takes him down. Shalfie replies with a HE. Spam through the smoke for twistzz, but no success just yet. Bombs planted, and Result takes the fight towards B water, but cannot claim any of those kills.
Tierney is still there, however. That HE may have just given his position away. Hence the flash into the peak. Shush, though, can't go too wide. Needs some backup. It's a 1-for-1, but Shush takes a lot of damage. It's probably not going to be good enough here for Heroic, but they're starting to swarm and swell the site. And Shalfie the wrong side of the smoke as Heroic going for that full-on defuse. They have to trade out the defuse, though, because the player without the kit went in for it first, and that's going to cost them dearly. twistzz has to stick this. The full defuse comes through. There's not enough time. Even though Shalfie may go down, it's at the cost of the round for Heroic.
Uh-oh, Vince, the off-angle play. nerdz has no idea, and he's been knocked over. Meanwhile, the rest of the T's are barreling into the bomb site.
That's a great flash from niko's perspective, and he goes back in for more. twistzz there to help him out. They may have lost the first player, but they're bouncing back with authority. and connecting left and right is niko. So the importance of this round is huge, and they just walk through the smoke. No flashes, just the HG was tossed in, but then Shush decides to go walking, and he gets punished too. A 1-for-1 trade early doors on the A main side. That's such a head scratcher.
Oh, mate. Ring around the rosies as well here. Oh, trying the best to get the upper hand, and nerdz will find it.
Yeah, you doubt he's going to miss too many opportunities, especially with a slow peak like that from Shalfie. niko's maybe overextending his welcome, but he did have a good angle with the AWP. Information gathered, they've smoked off main side, also Molly out temple. Damage done though, Gokishima with a spray through the smoke. That was a clean frag, but no second where that came from. And now nerdz alongside kxgo, 34 kills between the two of them. Are trying to clutch against Kellyanne, who's been smoked off. nerdz has the kit, has also at his disposal a flashbang. Kellyanne's just laid in wait. Now that smoke is going to start to dwindle away. It's going to dissipate. He has a chance here, but he has to kill nerdz quickly, and nerdz will not miss. He is so on point right now.
This time they station him towards the A site, playing on a bait setup behind a pillar. Gokishima runs in, but that's the bait working perfectly. niko hits the shot on the AWP and takes down another man, playing on the edge of the smoke as well. Is he ready for the peak though? The nade will give away the audio cue. Resort walks on in. He's caught with his pants turned. Nearly does find the opportunity to flick, but falls, Vince. They've got an opening on the A site.
Really well played from Resalt. He saw that that grenade was thrown deep rather than shallow, so it seemed like they didn't have any idea he was there, and he pounced. He heard him run back to the side. So well played from Resalt. I can't understate just how solid that play is.
So I think there's potential, Vince. We'll just have to see how they look at the RMR, which is where they're finding themselves, if they can keep finding victories here in the closed qualifier. And at the minute, they're a couple frags away from guaranteeing their opening game win.
But Shush is stayed in position. He's on the wrong side of the wall as far as Gokishima's concerned. He'll be peeking in. Ooh, takes that bullet to the leg. That's the only reason he's still able to survive. Molotov down to the back of the pillar. There's going to be two players staring at Nia. Surprised he even got one out of that position, all things considered. kxgo did punish him, but now Gokishima on 3 HP gets finished and finalized by niko, and Heroic take the 13-9 victory.
There you have it. Secure in the end. A bit of a scary game, though. Very back and forth.